It starts with a familiar ritual. The house is quiet, the lights are dimmed, and as you finally pull back the covers and lie down, you feel that familiar weight at the edge of the mattress. Your dog jumps up, circles once, twice, and then collapses against your legs with a long, heavy, contented sigh. Most owners look at this and smile, thinking it's a simple quest for comfort. We tell ourselves they just like the softness of our expensive mattress or the radiating warmth of our bodies. It's a nice, logical thought that our dogs are just looking for a premium dog bed that happens to be ours. But that's not what's really happening. If your dog only wanted comfort, they could find it on a rug, a sofa, or their own plush orthopedic bed. The truth is, when a dog chooses to sleep with you, they aren't looking for a piece of furniture. They are performing a complex calculation of vulnerability. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous part of the day. It's the moment when the guard is down, the senses are dimmed, and the predator becomes the prey. For thousands of years, the ancestors of the dog at your feet survived by creating a safety perimeter, a tight huddle of bodies where heartbeats synchronized and every blind spot was covered by a trusted pack member. When your dog climbs into your bed, they aren't just going to sleep. They are making a profound biological statement. They are choosing to close their eyes in the only place in the entire world where they feel truly, undeniably safe. By pressing their fur against your skin, they are telling you that you are the guardian of their most defenseless state. They are outsourcing their very survival to you. In a 2D animation, imagine the walls of your bedroom slowly fading into complete transparency and the furniture dissolving into a vast, dark void. In the middle of that void, there is only your bed, shining like a warm, golden island of safety where your dog can finally let go. But here's where it gets deeper, because the specific place they choose on that bed isn't random at all. Have you ever wondered why your dog chooses one specific spot on the mattress over another? It's not random. In the silent language of dog psychology, where they sleep is an active communication, a quiet mapping of roles, boundaries, and trust. Let's look at the back-to-back sleeper. You feel your dog pressing their spine firmly against yours. Most people look at this and assume they are just looking for a comfortable wedge among the sheets, or maybe they're just trying to push you over to steal a bit more mattress space. But that's only the surface. In the ancient world of canids, pressing backs together is the ultimate sign of active trust. In the wild, pack members do this to protect each other's blind spots. By placing their back against yours, your dog is literally saying, "I cover your blind spot, and I know you cover mine." They are forming a complete 360-degree defensive circle, ensuring that neither of you can be taken by surprise in the dark. It is an agreement of mutual survival. Or maybe your dog sleeps down at the foot of the bed, right on the edge. It might feel like they are keeping their distance, or that they prefer to remain independent even at night. But in reality, they are assuming the role of the guardian. The foot of the bed is the tactical point of quickest reaction. From there, they can monitor the bedroom door, listen to the quiet shift of sounds in the hallway, and protect the most vulnerable part of the pack, you. They are willingly sacrificing proximity for your security. In a 2D animation, imagine the bed lighting up with soft, glowing neon zones as your dog moves. As they shift to the bottom of the mattress, a calm blue outline pulses around them, labeled the Guardian Zone. When they crawl up to curl back to back with you, the area shifts into a warm, golden glow labeled the Zone of Absolute Trust. Every move they make is a silent adjustment of their emotional radar. And this is what most owners miss. Your dog isn't just seeking physical warmth. The night deepens and you drift into a deep, heavy sleep. Your dog isn't just touching you anymore. They lean their full weight against your hip or drape their chin over your ankle. Most people look at this and call them Velcro dogs. We assume they are just needy, that they have no sense of personal space, or that they are demanding affection even while we are unconscious. But that is only the surface. What is actually happening under the sheets is a beautiful, invisible exchange called co-regulation. You see, a dog's nervous system is incredibly sensitive. Throughout the day, they absorb the world, the loud noises, the passing cars, the absence of you while you are at work. By the time night falls, their internal system can be buzzing with residual stress. To shut down and truly rest, they need an anchor, and that anchor is you. When your dog presses their body against yours, they are using your physical presence as a biological regulator. As you sleep, your breathing becomes slow, deep, and rhythmic. Your heart rate drops. Your dog senses this shift, and their own nervous system begins to mirror yours. They are literally using your calm to quiet their own internal storm. Science shows that in these moments of close contact, both your brain and your dog's brain are flooded with oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It lowers their cortisol levels and slows their racing heart. You are not just a warm body to them. You are their living, breathing anti-anxiety medication. Your calm becomes their calm. In a 2D animation, imagine the room pitch black. Inside your chest, a steady, rhythmic blue wave of light pulses with every heartbeat. Your dog, exhausted from the day, has a scattered, rapid pulse of golden light. But the moment they press against your side, the golden blue waves touch. Slowly, the frantic golden light begins to slow down, mimicking your steady blue rhythm, until both pulses beat in perfect, glowing unison. But the science makes this even more surprising, because even when you aren't in the bed, your presence is still there. Morning comes, or perhaps it's the middle of the night, and you get up to get a glass of water. The moment you slide out from under the covers and step away, you hear it. The soft rustle of the sheets. You look back, and your dog has already crawled into the exact spot where you were just lying. They tuck their nose directly into your pillow or curl up tightly in the warm depression you left on the mattress. Most people look at this and laugh. We tell ourselves that our dogs are simply opportunists, just waiting to steal the best spot because it's already preheated. We assume they just like the residual body heat. But heat is secondary. Your dog isn't hunting for warmth. They are hunting for your ghost. You see, to a dog, you leave behind an invisible, glowing, olfactory autograph. Your scent is concentrated most heavily on your pillow and the sheets where you sleep. Scientists using fMRI brain scans discovered that when a dog smells their favorite human, a specific part of their brain called the caudate nucleus lights up like a fireworks show. This is the brain's reward and pleasure center. When you leave that bed, even for a few minutes, your dog's primary source of sensory feedback vanishes. To bridge that gap, they crawl into your spot. They are microdosing you. They are literally bathing their nervous system in your scent to keep the anxiety of your absence at bay. Your pillow is the highest concentration of you in the entire house, and pressing their face into it is the closest they can get to hugging your soul. In a 2D animation, imagine you standing up and leaving the bed. As you step away, a brilliant, glowing golden silhouette made of scent particles remains on the sheets. Your dog, suddenly surrounded by a colder, blue-tinted room, leaps directly into that golden shape. As they inhale, the gold spreads over their fur, wrapping them in a warm, protective blanket of your presence. But there's another layer to this, and sometimes this deep need to activate your scent can turn destructive. But there is a strange, almost obsessive behavior that many owners find frustrating. Have you ever come home to find your bed in a state of total chaos? The pillows are tossed on the floor, the duvet is bunched into a mountain, and it looks like your dog has tried to dig a hole straight through your mattress. We usually call this nesting, or assume our dogs are just being destructive because they're bored. We might even scold them for ruining the bed. But in the psychology of a dog, this isn't a tantrum. It is a desperate, loving attempt at scent activation. Think of your scent like a battery that slowly loses its charge. When you've been gone for hours, the scent on the surface of the sheets begins to fade. To a dog whose entire world is built on your smell, this fading is terrifying. It feels like your ghost is disappearing. So they dig. By scratching and tossing the blankets, they are breaking open the fibers of the fabric, releasing trapped pockets of your concentrated scent that were buried deeper in the threads. They aren't trying to destroy your bed, they are trying to turn the volume up on your presence. They are excavating the memory of you so they can wrap themselves in it and finally breathe. In a 2D animation, imagine the bed covered in a thin, fading layer of golden mist. As the dog frantically digs, bright, intense sparks of gold fly out from under their paws, filling the air around them. The dog finally stops, settles into the center of that golden cloud, and lets out a long, shaky breath. They have successfully brought you back. But this deep connection carries a weight. And this is where the behavior can take a sudden, more serious turn. But there is a side to this connection that every owner needs to understand. Because sometimes, the most telling sign isn't in what your dog does, it's in what they stop doing. Imagine a night where the routine breaks. Your dog, who has spent every night for years pressed against your side, suddenly refuses to jump on the bed. They stay in the far corner of the room, or they pace restlessly by the door, or perhaps they leave the bedroom entirely to sleep on the hard, cold floor of the hallway. Most owners feel a pang of rejection. We think maybe they're just hot, or maybe they're finally becoming independent. But in the psychology of a dog, a sudden shift in sleeping habits is rarely about independence. It is often a silent SOS. Dogs are evolutionary masters at masking physical pain. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target, so they carry their discomfort in silence. Но в тишине ночи маска сползает. If a dog starts avoiding the bed, it might be because the jump has become a source of hidden joint pain, or because their internal safety compass is glitching due to cognitive changes. A dog with abdominal discomfort may refuse to curl up close because pressure hurts. Sometimes, a dog stops sleeping with you not because they love you less, but because they are absorbing absorbing too much of your stress. The dog who once trusted your bed as the safest place in the house now sees it as a place where their pain might be touched. If your own nervous system is in a state of high alert, grief, or intense anxiety, your dog feels that vibration through the mattress. They move away not to abandon you, but because they are overwhelmed by the emotional noise coming from your body. They are seeking a moment of silence for their own soul. When your dog sleeps next to you, leans into you, steals your spot, or even destroys the sheets trying to reactivate your scent, they are not just loving you. The golden thread that usually connects you is now vibrating with a jagged red light representing your stress. The dog looks at you with love, but the red vibration is too strong. They lay their head on the cold floor, acting as a circuit breaker for the house, guarding the entrance while they wait for your inner weather to clear. But the morning light brings a shift, and it changes everything. The darkness of the night finally begins to lift, and the first pale rays of morning light filtered through the curtains. You aren't fully awake yet, but you feel it. A gentle shift of weight on the mattress, the soft, rhythmic thump, thump, thump of a tail against the duvet, or a cold, wet nose nudging your hand. See an animal that isn't just finding comfort in your bed, but is finding home in your biology. The biological alarm clock is going off for breakfast. We assume this morning energy is just about kibble and a walk, but that is the most superficial explanation of all. In the wild, every morning a pack wakes up together is a victory. It means they survived the most vulnerable hours of their lives. When your dog greets you in the morning, they aren't just asking for food, they are performing a sensory validation. They are conducting a frantic biological audit to make sure you are still you and that you are okay. By licking your hands or face, they are tasting your skin to check your chemical balance. They are clearing the residual cortisol of the night with a massive, life-saving surge of oxytocin. This is the reset phase. For your dog, the world didn't exist while you were both asleep. It only starts again the moment your eyes open. In a 2D animation, imagine the room is a dull, static gray while you sleep. But as you open your eyes and touch your dog's head, a massive wave of vibrant color explodes from your hand, washing over the dog and then the entire room. The world literally turns on for them only when the connection to their secure base is reestablished. But this leads us to the ultimate truth about why they are there in the first place. Because as much as we think we are the ones providing the bed, the reality of what's happening is far more profound. We often think of our dogs as our pets, a word that implies a hierarchy where we provide and they receive. We think we are giving them a square footage of a house, a plush bed, and a roof over their heads. But in the quiet, honest hours of the night, the truth reveals itself. This was never just about a behavior. It was always a relationship of profound, soul-deep reciprocity. You see, for your dog, you are the emotional anchor of their entire universe. When they choose to sleep with you, they are making a conscious decision that safety is no longer a hidden den or a silent forest. They have decided that safety is a person. They have outsourced their survival to you so that for a few hours, they can finally stop watching the world. This is the ultimate love loop. You provide the sanctuary that allows their nervous system to truly rest, and in return, their presence lowers your blood pressure, slows your heart, and eases your soul. In the wild, no animal sleeps this deeply unless they are 100% certain of their surroundings. Your dog's deep, snoring sleep next to you is the highest compliment you will ever receive. It is a living, breathing certificate of absolute trust. In a 2D animation, imagine the walls of your house slowly fading into transparency. The roof disappears, the furniture vanishes, and the floor melts away until there is nothing left but a vast, dark void. And in the middle of that void, there is only you, standing in a warm, glowing circle of golden light. Your dog isn't looking at the house. They are curled up right there, in the center of that light with you. Because to your dog, home isn't an address. It isn't the 4 walls you pay a mortgage for, or the backyard where they run. To them, home is wherever you are lying down.